Hello and welcome back to the NOS3W channel. Sorry I haven't had videos for the last couple of weeks. Basically, I felt that the content was new cars and it wasn't really interesting, so I thought I'd keep it to the stuff that hopefully you like. The old stuff, the old cars, Volkswagens, that sort of stuff. So here we go. We have this new customer. It's a 79 Devon. They've bought it off some guy who's had it parked for 10 years, so I have it in to check it over with the aim of in the future MOTing it, and they've asked me to have a look and see what I can find, and I shall show you what I found. So the first thing I found is really obvious, is this axle is absolutely knackered. It's patched to pieces. Obviously with this MOT exemption malarkey, this is the sort of stuff that slips the net that would have been pulled up straight away on any MOT. As you can see, there's just holes everywhere. I'd imagine when we replace this axle, behind's going to be all rusted out as well. So that is one of the jobs we've got to do. I've sourced a Californian axle. Obviously I've got to swap the steering arms over. The servo bracket's got to be welded onto the left-hand drive axle, obviously, because it's on the opposite side, so I have to do that. And obviously the labour of swapping everything over and see what breaks and what needs repairing. See, there's a massive hole there on that patch. So it's had a patch in its life, and that's even rusted out. Look at that there, look. It's not the worst I've seen on the road, to be honest. And look at the brake pipes. All the brake pipes are rusted up, so they're just going to snap. So that's the sort of thing I'm going to be doing before we MOT it, because obviously it's obvious and it's doing all that amount of work. If it fails MOT in a week or whatever you've got, 14 days is hard work. So we're going to do what we can see and then put it through a test. Up here I've started making a template to make a piece of steel. This servo pipe here should go into the arch to from the air that goes through the servo. It's like a stale air, has to go somewhere dry, and it should go up into that arch there where that plate is. So I'm going to make a car with the carbon. I've made obviously the panel. I'm going to make a metal plate, put a rubber grommet in, and put that pipe up into the arch to keep it dry. Otherwise what happens is this pipe here, the water will go in, run down, fill the servo up with water, and then in the end you get some sort of brake loss or it seizes it up. I've seen that a lot in my time of doing Volkswagens over the last 20-30 years. What normally happens is this pipe rusts a hole in, and then the water slowly trickles in every time you drive it in the rain. And recently in the UK, the amount of storms and rain we've had, you're asking for trouble. So that's the biggest job I got to do on this van. I've started on some smaller jobs. See here, this drive shaft, both boots were absolutely split. So on this right one, the boot was so bad that it filled with water. So when I took the shaft off, water leaked out all over the floor, real rusty water. So I've taken the joints apart, cleaned them all up beautifully, re-greased it, and fitted some Phoebe German quality boots on. So that's another thing that would have come up for the MOT done. We replaced one piece of pipe to the pump because it was leaking, and well, not leaking, it had a zip tie on it, not a proper clamp. So we've done that. It's another job done. But in general, it's had some welding, as you can see up there. It's had some patching, but all the rest is wax from the factory, pretty good. It's not the worst I've seen. It will need that outer van restoring in the future. As you can see, most of it is in its original paint. It's just the doors are gone, all the lower stuff, and you can just see up there some of the gutters are rusted out. So that's the sort of thing it will need in the future. I told them my advice was to use it, have a bit of fun, get a few years out of it if they can, before they commit and put it in for restoration and obviously really get into it money wise. And when it's restored, obviously it needs wax oil, and again, it's just needs a good scrape off and a really good go over, and really when it's done. But obviously over the following month, you'll get to see me do more on this and actually put it through a test to see what happens, see what else it fails on. Could be brakes, they work, but until you put on the brake rollers, you don't actually know. Also, I have this Late Westphalia in. My brother's got it in now. He's got to get it going because the body shop that did the resto flooded it, and it filled the fuel filled up the engine. It's very common, the carb stuck or something like that, or for some reason anyway, it flooded the engine and contaminated the engine oil with petrol. So Luke's got to get it running, and then this will be my in-between next job, is to refit the whole van, sort the electrics out, put all the lights back in, put all the trims back in, put the Westy windows back into it, all that sort of stuff really. That's my sort of bread and butter really. Obviously, as if you've been following the channel, you've seen I've done a lot of this sort of work. It looks cool. It was an American import. It was all patinaed, but it wasn't a nice patinaed van that you'd leave. It made it look really horrible, which it wasn't. It's actually a really solid van, but yeah, it looked crap. So I'm glad he's had it restored. It looks really cool now. Even better, obviously, once we get some bits back on it and get it going. Sadly, when he dropped it off, it was really, really windy. The recovery driver got it off the back of the truck, and as you can see by the door there, something swung into it, or something hit it and put some chips into the tiny chips there into the door, so it has to go back to the body shop and have that door repainted. Luckily it had to go anyway, because if you look at the roof, obviously that's L90D white, and look at the bumpers, that's almost like a cream. It's miles out. If I get back a bit, and you can probably see, like, look at the roof and then look at the bumpers. It's like the colour blindest matchup I've ever seen. So that is our my next month or so's work. Once Luke gets the engine sorted and running again and the oil drained, that's the plan for the next couple of weeks. It's nice to get back onto what I do, rather than, I have got some normal other jobs coming in, welding jobs, T4s, some Land Rover bits and bobs, but it's nice to get back onto my favourite, bay windows. Seems to be the sort of main car I work on, and one of my favourite cars. Just when I find them, I just know them so well. You can almost do it blindfolded. You're always learning. You always get stuck on bits that you've never got stuck on before, and find your ways around it. That's all part of working on cars. But this one's well overdue. Lovely to see it finish. Thank you for watching. See you the next time.